With it or quit it? With it? Quit it.
What?
With it.
We about to turn up in this bitch. All right, what am I winning or quitting today?
Pelicans' new EVP David Griffin announced that they are open to a deal involving multiple teams, but are in no rush to trade Anthony Davis. Realistic landing spots for the six-time All-Star are trickling down, but AD has made it clear that he would like to end up with either the Knicks or the Lakers. Joy, Anthony Davis will be a Pelican at the beginning of the season. With it or quit it?
Oh, quit it, for sure. Also, is David Griffin famous enough that we don't have to call him EVP? Because I don't like EVP. Yes, okay.
Of basketball operations? What do you want?
I think we just call him David Griffin.
No. You asked a question. She said yes. The answer is no.
I mean, I disagree. I think if you
is that the name of the son on Family Guy?
If you're a sports person, you know who David Griffin is, right?
Incorrect.
Do you have to say what the hell is Rob Pelinka's title? President of
Kobe's friend.
Kobe's friend, right? President being Kobe's friend.
I mean, if
Pelinka?
we're in LA, that's different, and all the mess that's been going on, that's different. It's in the zeitgeist.
My vote is that he's just David Griffin.
Okay,
anyway.
I will never say EVP again before David Griffin.
I mean, if you
Griffin or
feel
Griffith?
comfortable. All right, that's enough. Which is getting confusing for people. The point is, he is definitely going to get traded, and I think that this is going to be the most impactful movement of a superstar because of what just happened to KD.
He's going to get traded, but I don't think he's going to get traded before February.
No, I think he is because the draft is next week, and they want to know what their pieces are that they're going to get, and if they're going to trade for a draft piece in this particular draft, like the number 4 pick, they want to be able to make that pick, not have the Lakers make that pick for them, and then be comfortable with whoever it is, because I think everyone agrees after the number 3 pick in this draft, we don't really know what we're getting from each person.
I'm not everyone, but I continue, please.
Okay, well, most people feel like there are 3 locks in this draft.
Right.
They're the top 3 picks. That's Zion, John Morant, and RJ Barrett. And from there, you can move it around. So if you are getting the number 4 pick from the Lakers, you want to be able to move that around yourself. So I think that they're going to get this done before the draft next week. And they have to get it done quickly if that's the case.
Why?
So, because the
just
draft,
said
like I
he's in
just
no
said.
rush.
Well, that's not true. I mean, sometimes there's fake news, and I think this is fake news. I'm calling fake news on this.
On EVP David Griffin, you call him fake news? Okay.
I'm calling David Griffin is just David Griffin putting out fake news on this. I don't think the Knicks have the pieces. Now, they want an all-star, a player that has the potential to, a young player that has the potential to be an all-star, and 2 first-round picks. I think that's a haul for Anthony Davis.
Greedy. Yes.
Maybe it's just that. Look, it's just that Anthony Davis has not been able to lead his team to anything of note. So I think that's just too much for Anthony Davis. I understand Anthony Davis is very young and he hasn't had a whole lot of talent around him, and he has been in New Orleans, which up until this point didn't have the best management. But I don't know. When you look at what the Lakers originally offered them, I mean, what? I was reading it today on The Herd, and I honestly almost... we're not on national television, but I almost cursed. What do you mean? What was it? It was Josh Hart, Brandon Ingram, Lonzo Ball, Kyle Kuzma, and 2 picks. What? 2 first-round picks?
That is what Magic did behind Jeannie Buss's back and behind Pelinka's back. We don't know if that would have went through. He was just wilding. Like Magic was wilding for LeBron. That's what it was. That's all that was.
Listen, there's never been an easier fire than Dell Demps.
Facts.
What are you What are you thinking?
Yeah.
What are you thinking? What are you doing? I've never seen an easier fire. Like what? I couldn't believe that. But anyway, that's not going to happen this time around. The point is, I don't think that the Knicks have the draft pieces anymore, unless they're going to give the number 3 pick for Anthony Davis.
And they said they don't
want to do all
the...
that because they already did something similar to that for Carmelo Anthony, and we all know how that turned out. So because of what happened with KD and the injury, I think Kawhi is going to end up staying in Toronto now. KD is going to end up staying in Golden State because of the injury. I don't think that Jimmy Butler is better than Anthony Davis. So if I'm the Lakers, I'm more interested in getting that done than I am enticing Jimmy Butler to come here. And I also think Jimmy Butler's going to end up staying. So there's some other big free agents out there. Kemba's out there, Chris Middleton. But this is the move, Boogie. But this is the move that I think the Lakers should make, and I think they should be aggressive about it. I don't think they should give up what they were originally going to give up, obviously. But the number 4 pick is good for me, and I would like for them to be able to hold on to Lonzo and Kuzma in this spot if they can make that work. Now, Brandon Ingram has some kind of questionable health situation, which I'm sure makes teams uncomfortable, and we don't know much about it, but that, like we saw what happened with Chris Bosh disaster. Like, obviously everyone feels bad for Chris Bosh, but that was a disaster for the Heat. So if it's anything similar to that situation, teams are going to want to stay away from that in a trade.
Well, if David Griffin is paying attention to what happened with Kawhi and Pop last season, he wouldn't trade his superstar, all-star to the West. That's why I'm not thinking that Anthony Davis is going to end up with the Lakers. It's going to be the Celtics are going to make a proposal. There's going to be a multiple team deal to get Anthony Davis away from the Pelicans, in my opinion.
That always sounds nice, and I get it if you have those options on the table. But I think if David Griffin is smart, he's looking towards the future more than worrying about if Anthony Davis is in the West. Because
what's the future?
Either the future, like what you're getting for Anthony Davis. You're building around a young superstar as it is in Zion Williamson. You're not going to win a championship this year. Your goal should be to put together a team that you can grow and develop and build into a perennial playoff and championship level team. Not worrying about, well, if we've traded Anthony Davis to the West, then we have to play him a couple times. And we make the other team better. The other team is going to be better.
A couple times.
Look, LeBron has 3 more years with the Lakers, and then he's done. All right, we all know that that's it. He might hang on for 1 more year so he can play with Bronny somewhere. We're done with that.
Right,
all right,
yeah.
that's a whole nother lifetime from now. No one is worried about that.
Right.
Okay, yeah, exactly. We'll be with the Heat, and that'll be that. All right, so no one's worried about that. So for the next 3 years, you should be focusing on getting players there that are going to not only benefit Zion Williamson, because that's who you're building your franchise around, but who can develop alongside him. You're not going to bring in a bunch of veterans and 1 or 2 here, but you already have Drew Holiday. That's how I believe David Griffin should grow his team and organization, especially if you're going to change the culture there, which you have to do if you're bringing in Zion Williamson, because the whole point, aside from his skill, is his marketing and gravitas.
Right.
So if you have this mismatch situation, it doesn't work, and then you're wasting years of Zion Williamson like the Cavs did with LeBron.
My argument is, when you have the biggest trading piece in Anthony Davis, there's no rush to do anything with him. You wait for the best offer, and I don't think the best offer is going to be there because he has a chance to be greedy.
There's too much risk there involved. Anything can happen.
Okay.
And right now you have the piece, and sometimes you keep waiting for the best offer, and then you lose leverage, and people move around, and things happen, and then those opportunities aren't there anymore. And we saw what just happened with Kevin Durant. Anthony Davis is still working out. Anything can happen at any time. So it's not like he's sitting around on a couch all day long. What if he has an injury while he's training?
He's in a lot of Men in Black promos right now.
I don't even want to. I honestly,
He is.
I've got to be honest with you. I do not want to discuss those promos. I don't want to discuss them. I saw the trio, and I was like, I can't even process what's happening right now.
No, don't do that, because it sounds like you was mad at Chris Paul.
I said it. I didn't say it. Oh my God.
Oh yeah. I didn't see that either. No.
What happened?
A lot
goals.
of kicks.
What it was turned around for 5 minutes.
A lot of kicks
Tell him
on
what you're
goal.
seeing. Tell him what you're seeing. Joy just turned around and saw
Is that fake?
the U.S. is up 7-0. No.
I mean,
It
they
would be
were.
a really good trick if you guys were faking right now.
No, they were. I mean,
That's a good note for the future that we will hopefully use.
I'm
How
kind
did
of
they
mad.
score 3 goals?
I'm more that I didn't see it.
Time passed.
I mean, they have reserves in now, right? Obviously.
Yeah, but the reserves, they just brought in Carly Lloyd.
Oh yeah.
She was the best player
Yeah,
in
so
the
she was
last
a
World
beast
Cup.
back in the day.
Yeah. So it's not like...
Yeah. All right, moving on.
All right, what's next?
The Dallas Cowboys and Dak Prescott should be settling on a contract extension sooner rather than later after the Eagles locked up Carson Wentz for a long-term 4-year deal worth $128 million. Everyone is expecting Dak to have a big payday. Joy, the Cowboys are going to make Dak Prescott the highest paid quarterback in the NFL. Wit it or quit it.
I gotta quit it, and I really don't understand why.
What do you mean? You think it should back up the truck?
What other option do they have? Here's what I don't understand about NFL franchises who struggle with paying their quarterback, right? Where's the other quarterback? Do you have another quarterback?
Okay, yes. The fact that they haven't paid him yet is the issue, because now that they've waited so long, the price keeps going up.
Right, give him an extension.
And Jared Goff is going to sign eventually, and then that price is going to continue to move up. He was just in the Super Bowl.
He has the most wins by a starting quarterback since 2016. Only Tom Brady has more. Only Tom Brady. And look, I'm not comparing Dak Prescott to Tom Brady, but Dak Prescott is the Cowboys franchise quarterback. I don't know why everyone struggles with this. And this whole idea that he should take less money, Have we discussed this before?
No, you talked me off
Have I talked about this before? I feel like I've talked about this before.
Yes.
Miss me with telling him to take less money. He has been on a rookie contract, which has paid him an average of $680,000 per season. He has the most wins by a starting quarterback since 2016. So this whole idea that like, well, you should take less money like Tom Brady takes less money so then you can put more pieces around them and then you can make a Super Bowl team. Oh, my bad. What? That Bill Belichick coaches the Cowboys? Does he coach the Cowboys?
I agree with that.
No, Bill Belichick does not coach the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Sir Clap-A-Lot coaches the Cowboys. Okay.
Yes, you do.
First of all, that's not the case.
Yeah.
And he's been on a rookie deal, a 4th-round rookie deal,
Yeah.
all this time, and you haven't been able to put the pieces around him with all that flexibility to get to a championship. So why would he take less money now? What have you proven? Tom Brady taking less money makes sense. Bill Belichick is his coach. He went to a Super Bowl in his 2nd year in the league? Yeah.
They got pretty far last year on that rookie contract, and the pieces were around. Their defensive line was great at the end of the season. As I said, they would be. That running game is great. They are going to have to pay Amari Cooper. They're going to have to pay Ezekiel Elliott. So Jerry's going to have to pay someone. I don't know if he's going to get some private jet deals for some people to get paid a supplemental income, but the Cowboys are good. They have big name stars. They have drafted well. They continue to draft well. This is going to be a problem that they're going to continue to have as long as they're in contention in the NFC, which they will be.
Yeah, the thing is everyone has this problem. It's like where did this news come from? Like when everyone was talking about how short Kyler Murray is. Did he just get short? Did he shrink? He's always been this size. Why is this news to anyone? You have to pay your quarterback. That's how it works. If you want to get ahead of it and give him and handle it the way that they did Carson Wentz, then you're smart. You can do it that way. Everybody knows that Dak Prescott isn't Tom Brady, but you don't need to be Tom Brady because guess what? There's only one Tom Brady. So stop acting like that is just a thing that exists out there. It doesn't.
He'll be in the top 5 paid quarterbacks if this deal goes through because Carson's making $32 a year. That puts him at number 4. You got Russell Wilson at 35. Ben Roethlisberger at 34 a year.
That's the market. Like that's what they get paid. That's how it works.
Those guys are proven winners. I guess, he's won, but hasn't won the game. He's got to win the game.
Read that list again for me, please.
Russell Wilson, Ben Roethlisberger, Aaron Rodgers, then Carson Wentz, and then Matt Ryan is probably going around
Carson
top
Wentz,
4.
Matt Ryan. They've won lots of those big games, right? Where's that? They got rings or something I miss? Maybe? Has Carson Wentz had multiple injuries?
Carson Wentz getting the bag is the crazy part.
Did Matt Ryan blow the Super Bowl in the most historic fashion of all time?
You could argue the Patriots defense, did their job. Bill Belichick coaches defense.
You could argue the other side as well.
Of course.
Because he was the quarterback in that Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. So I don't care about that. That's what the market is. You pay them what the market is. Dak Prescott is a franchise quarterback. You have to pay him as such. It's just the way that it works. What I'm really actually hoping for at this point is that they don't give him money, and then they draft a new quarterback, and then they're terrible for like the next 10 years. That's what I'm actually starting to hope for because it's so
And Kellen Moore's the head
silly.
coach?
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not. I'm not joking. 0% joking. And I always root for the Cowboys to be good because that's good for me.
Good for everyone.
It's
good
good
for
everyone.
America.
It is good for America.
the world.
You know what else is good for America? Sign Dak Prescott and make sure that he's a franchise quarterback. Oh, you know who you should bring back? Tony Romo. That's what I wish for. I changed my mind. Let's bring Tony Romo back. Those were fun years. Bring Tony Romo back, and you can pay him whatever since you clearly don't want to pay quarterbacks. And fragile. Yeah. And,
Jerry's just
not only
making
that.
sure it's the exactly correct number. All right.
Okay, you're gonna keep
You
waiting.
can say whatever you want to say about Jerry
number
Jones.
keep going up.
But he's a businessman.
Then
he's
that
gonna
number
get
keep
it
going
figured
up.
out.
That's all I'm saying. That number keep going up.
I'm saying this goes on for much longer. I'm going to start lighting my candles and saying my prayers to the sports gods that you guys bring back Tony Romo.
Johnny Manziel's still out there.
Is he going by John now, or is it just Johnny?
I can't keep up. He's not Johnny
Mr.
Football no
Manziel.
more. Definitely not that. Mr. Canadian Football.
If he's going by John, then I'm Johnny probably, huh?
I don't get it.
Cringe.